I really think the way she's been asking for money recently is too much, you know? Friends aren't just there to be ATMs. Why does she always only ask you and your boyfriend for money? Does she want to bleed you guys dry?
I don't really think so. I'm not sure why she keeps doing this.
Anyway, I know it's nothing to do with me, but if I were you, I wouldn't hang around with her anymore.
But still, I can't cut a friend off just like that. I'm not like you. You have this scary ability to cut people off cleanly without a second thought. And then you just get on with your life as if nothing ever happened. Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen you cry over anyone before. It's no wonder you can't hold down a relationship. Guys don't want to have emotionless rocks for girlfriends, you know?
Hey, there's no need to bring my love life, or lack thereof, into this. And besides, I don't need a boyfriend to be happy. I'm perfectly fine on my own. Being in a relationship and having to worry about someone else all the time is just annoying.
Still, I think you should give the guy I mentioned to you the other day a chance. You know, the coworker of mine who I told you was pretty cute and would probably be your type? I ran the idea of setting him up with a friend of mine past him already, and he's totally down for it. He's free tomorrow evening if you'd like to go on a date with him. I've mentioned introducing you to him a few times now, and it's going to make me look bad if I don't follow through. He's really well liked in our company, and even the higher-ups respect him a lot.
I don't know. It's been a while since I dated anyone, so I'm a little out of practice. Is he a really talkative person? You know I don't like people who talk too much.
So what if he is? Well, you're so brusque and stoic like a man. You need someone chatty and easygoing to bring you back to earth.
I sent you a message more than 3 hours ago. Have you still not seen it?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't check my phone. What did you message me about?
It's not worth explaining, so just read the messages already. I just said the weather is really nice today, so maybe we should go out and get a coffee and take a walk in the park together after work?
I'm so sorry. I've been in meetings all day.
Okay. Can I ask what kind of meetings you were in?
The last meeting was about how to approach welcoming a particularly important VIP client.
Okay. I can understand then why you may not have had the chance to look at your phone then.
I'll take a look at the message you sent me now. Oh, wow. Why is it so long? Why did you have to use so many words just to ask me out for coffee?
I like how this girl is very straightforward. She doesn't seem to like playing hard to get. After being with a girl who constantly had me on my toes for the past 3 years, it's refreshing to talk to someone different. Okay, sorry about that. Well, now that I've got you on the phone, would you be able to let me know what your response to my message is?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'd rather go and watch a movie. How about we go and see a movie together tomorrow evening? I really like going to the movies.
Wow, it is really nice that she just told me outright what she'd rather do instead of making me play some kind of silly guessing game. It's also kind of attractive that she was so absorbed in her work for the last 3 hours that she didn't even have the time to look at her phone. Okay, great. Well, I guess I'll see you tomorrow after we finish work then. The weather is supposed to be really nice again tomorrow. This is the perfect weather for taking a bike ride along the river or something like that, don't you think?
I'm really sorry, but I'm gonna have to hang up now. I can't be on the phone for too long. I have lots to do today.
Okay, I'll let you go. So I'll see you tomorrow around 6 p.m. We can have something nice to eat in the cafe that we went to the other day. Apparently their food is really good as well as their coffee. Then we can go and see a movie after we finished eating.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm a regular at that cafe, so I can confirm that their food is very good too.
Hi, Brandon.
Tiffany? What are you doing here? Have you been waiting for me? How long have you been standing there for? How did you know that I work for this company now?
We dated for 3 years, Brandon. We have lots of mutual friends. Just because you and I broke up doesn't mean that I'm not still in contact with them.
You didn't answer my question. How long have you been waiting here for?
Oh, for around 2 hours or so. I expected you to be finished at 5 p.m. What took you so long? Were you doing overtime?
Do you not understand that me not picking up your calls and leaving all your messages unread means that I don't want to have anything to do with you anymore? Why are you still so obsessed with me? Can you please just leave me alone now?
I'm really sorry about how I acted.
You said that before. But it doesn't matter whether you're sorry or not. What's done is done and we're over. I've moved on already, so you should do the same. I began seeing someone else. It's going really well with her, and I don't want to mess things up.
But you can't. I'm still waiting for you to come back to me. How can you have moved on when I still love you so much? Do those 2 years we lived together mean nothing to you?
It's been 6 months since we broke up. It's time to leave our relationship in the past, Tiffany.
Well, your family doesn't seem to think that our relationship is a thing of the past. I was just messaging your mom about how your dad's birthday is coming up.
Oh my god, you're so annoying. Why are you still in contact with my mom? And what does my dad's birthday have to do with you?
Your mom told me that she's hoping that you and I get back together soon. She said that she's rooting for me.
Well, even if you stay besties with my mom, that isn't going to change the fact that our relationship is very much over. I don't know what else I need to do to make you understand that. Anyway, I'm leaving now. I have nothing else to say to you.
Honey?
Oh, hey, honey.
Brendan, are you going to tell me who this is?
This is my girlfriend, Tara.
Are you going to explain to me what was going on just now?
That girl was my ex. She and I broke up not too long before I met you.
Oh, really? So are you saying that you moved on to me straight after you broke up with her?
It's really not as bad as it sounds, I promise. It was a very clean-cut breakup for me, and there were absolutely no lingering feelings on my part.
Are you sure that you were definitely broken up when you and I went on our first date?
Yes, I'm sure. I wouldn't lie to you about something like that. If you don't believe me, you can ask any of my friends. They all know about what happened with her.
So if you guys are definitely over, why did she come and wait for you outside your office?
She has a bit of an obsessive nature. You have no idea how bad she gets sometimes.
So you're saying that even though you're definitely broken up, she's still obsessed with you?
Her obsession was actually the main reason for our breakup.
Can I ask how long you were in a relationship with her for?
Just over 3 years. We lived together for a while as well, which is why it's difficult for me to get out of the relationship.
Oh, you lived together. It must have been quite serious then.
Yeah, I guess you can say that.
How long did you live together for?
Around 10 months.
This girl might be a bigger problem than I thought. It would be different if it had been a short-term casual thing, but it looks like she was quite involved in his life.
It was when I was at my old job, so I had no idea that she'd figured out where my new place of work was.
So why exactly did you break up? If you were living together, you must have been considering marriage as well, surely.
Well, when we first met, we were instantly attracted to each other, and we were wanting to be with each other all the time.
Even if it is in the past now, it still annoys me a little bit to hear you talking about your feelings for her like that. I don't need any descriptions, so just get to the point already. Were you or were you not planning on marrying her?
Yeah, we began to talk seriously about getting married after dating for around a year.
I told you to spare me the details. So I guess she met your entire family and everything, right?
Yeah, my mom really doted on her. Their personalities matched really well, and they got on like a house on fire. She was always buying clothes for her whenever she went out shopping. My dad also really liked her. My dad loves chocolate, and she was always going out of her way to buy him chocolates from the specific store he liked. He still talks about her all the time.
You're going off topic again. Why did you break up?
I told you, didn't I? We broke up because of her obsessive nature.
Did you only find out about that after you moved in with her?
Yeah, she wasn't as crazy before we started to live together. So the front door to the building that we lived in together was never locked. But the rent was really cheap because of that, so we couldn't complain.
What does that have to do with anything?
She got really annoyed at me this one time for talking to a female coworker for too long. We had a really big fight about that, and she left saying that she was going to stay with her parents and I stayed in our apartment all by myself. I didn't notice that my phone had fallen down the side of the bed and became disconnected from the charger, so the battery ended up dying. Obviously, my alarm didn't go off and I ended up sleeping in late, which didn't really matter because it was the weekend. The whole phone thing becomes way more relevant later in the story though.
Okay, keep going.
I'd eaten some really spicy food the night before, so when I did wake up, my stomach was hurting really bad. I went to go to the bathroom, but then I suddenly heard someone knocking really hard at the front door. I was preoccupied on the toilet, so I wasn't able to get up, but the doorbell kept on ringing. And then the shouting and the screaming began.
Was it her? Did she forget to take her key with her or something?
Yeah, she did. She kept shouting at me, asking why I turned my phone off while banging on the door continuously. I also heard her arguing with the neighbors.
Were they telling her to be quiet?
Yeah, they came out to complain about the noise, and she was really rude to them about it. When I was finally able to open the door, she slapped me around the face as soon as she saw me. And then she started accusing me of hiding another woman in there with me.
That's terrifying.
That day was the breaking point for me. I just wasn't able to get past that. And to make matters worse, all the neighbors on our floor had come out to watch at that point.
That must have been so embarrassing.
Yeah, it was. But you know what? At first I actually blamed myself for not knowing where my phone was. I didn't remember turning it off, but I started thinking that maybe I did. But then I thought, why do I need to get put up with getting slapped in the face by this woman in front of all of my neighbors?
Yeah, you didn't even do anything wrong in that situation.
Exactly. I didn't do anything. It was all in her head. All I did was have a 5-minute conversation with a female coworker about work, and she let her imagination run with her and got disproportionately mad at me. When I finally put my phone on to charge and it turned back on, I saw that I had a grand total of 152 missed calls from her just from that one night.
Oh my goodness, she's unhinged. Was that the first time she'd done something like that?
It was the first time she'd ever done something that extreme, but it was enough for me to realize that I didn't want to be with her anymore. It made me worried about what she might be capable of if I set a foot wrong around her, and I didn't want to be walking on eggshells around her in my own home. I made up my mind then and there that our relationship was well and truly over. My mom and the rest of the family all made a huge fuss after finding out that I'd broken up with her. My mom interpreted her obsession as nothing more than a care for me, and she thought I had hugely overreacted.
I guess she must be really obsessed seeing how she came to find you today, even though you guys have already been broken up for a while.
Well, after we had that huge fight and she left in a rage, I called her home phone and her parents answered and apologized profusely on her behalf after finding out what had happened.
I suppose you never know these things about a person unless you live with them, I suppose.
I didn't expect to see her back here because after she found out that I'd called her parents, she got really mad and started screaming at me and crying hysterically. Then she went off to France to stay with her aunt who lives there.
It's not that weird that she's back after 6 months. France may be halfway across the world, but it's not another planet. She could easily have got a plane back here at any time.
It seemed like she'd gone there with the intention of studying a master's or something. That's why I was so surprised to see her back so early.
I can't believe you're gonna be getting married. I was so excited when I received the invitation.
I think you're probably more excited than I am. Along with my parents, they're so relieved that I finally found someone they approve of. They were starting to get worried that I'd never find someone since I'm 35 already. I'm doing this more for my parents' sake than for mine.
There's no need to hide your feelings in front of me. I know you, and I know you wouldn't marry someone that you don't have real feelings for. So stop saying that you're doing it for your parents and admit that you're excited already.
You caught me.
Are you not bothered by the long-term relationship he was in before? They lived together and everything, and she was on really good terms with his family. Didn't you say that she came to find him at his place of work and caused a scene? Aren't you worried that she'll try and cause trouble between you after she finds out that you're getting married?
Oh, it's fine. We haven't had any trouble with her since then, and I don't have any reason to believe that he still has any feelings left toward her.
I heard that he even had to change jobs to make sure that she didn't show up again. That's crazy.
Oh well, it's fine now. The whole thing doesn't really bother me. I'm the one he's marrying at the end of the day.
Wow, it is so cool how you can be so calm about this.
Why don't you just focus on driving and we can talk later, okay?
It's fine, I'm good at multitasking. I'm not gonna cause an accident or anything, don't worry.
I just feel a little uneasy being in the car with you because you're being such a reckless driver, just like your dad.
Well, he is the one who taught me how to drive, so I guess that makes sense.
But why does he drive like that? I fear for my life every time he takes us somewhere.
I guess it's because he used to work on a construction site quite far out of the city, and he needed to drive quite far on the freeway. He was always so desperate to go home and sleep, so he would drive as fast as he could on his way home. I suppose he developed the habit of driving recklessly from doing that.
Speaking of your parents, I'm getting really tired of running around going to party after party for this family member or that family member. We've only been married for 6 months, and it feels like we've already been to 100 of your cousins or aunts or whoever's birthday parties.
Birthdays are just a really big deal in my family. What can I say?
But it's not just birthdays, though, is it? Last week we went to a presentation evening at your nephew's kindergarten. I had no idea that I would be expected to participate in these kinds of things.
Don't you think it's nice, though?
Do you think it's nice?
Yeah, surely it's better for families to gather regularly and spend lots of time together, rather than never seeing each other at all except maybe for Christmas and Thanksgiving?
No, you're right. What am I saying? Of course, the whole family needs to show up to your nephew's kindergarten presentation. Of course, there needs to be a family party to celebrate your cousin handing in his PhD thesis. It's only right that we make a huge deal out of all these little things. Otherwise, what would we do? Not to mention, it's a given that we should have been the ones providing the food for your aunt's 70th birthday party. I was so inconsiderate thinking that it was silly to make a big deal out of these things before. From now on, I'll make sure to give them all the full importance they deserve.
All right. Wow, you've made your point. You can stop now before you start getting on my nerves. If we're gonna have to go, we might as well be good-spirited about it. There's no use in getting all upset now, is there?
Hi, Tara. It's me, Marcia. Hi, Marcia. How are you doing? There's something that's been bothering me for a while now, and I just can't get it out of my head. I wasn't even able to sleep last night because I was worrying about this issue. So I thought it would be best to bring it up with you first thing this morning. What is it? Have I done something to offend her? You've been married to my son and therefore have been a part of this family for 6 months already. But you still haven't asked me when any of the family's birthdays are. Why is that? Is it not important to you? It's something I never really thought about, to be honest. Well, I think that you should be making more of an effort to integrate yourself. I feel like it's your responsibility as the newest member of our family to familiarize with how things work here. Sorry, I'm not very good at paying attention to little things like this. I'll try harder from now on. If you let me know the important dates, I'll make sure to make a note of them. Well, it's the anniversary of my husband's father's death next Thursday. Ah, I see. Next Thursday. It's Sunday today, so that's not too far away. Well, we're gonna have a church service for him, so you'd better come along. It's a little short notice. I'm probably gonna have to work late on Thursday. Oh, it's fine. The service is in the morning, so you can come before work. I would still have to take half a day off to be able to be there in the morning. I really would appreciate it if you would tell me these things in advance. If you want to ask for a day or a half day off, you need to do so more than a week in advance at my company.
Well, what are they going to do if you don't? Fire you?
Well, no, they probably wouldn't go that far.
Well, Brandon was able to get a day off the last time I needed him to only 3 days in advance. So I don't know why you can't just do the same.
It would be possible if it was emergency circumstances, but I don't think something like this counts, unfortunately.
I've never encountered a girl like you in my entire life. I don't know why you never asked me these things when you first married into the family. If you had, you could have avoided this situation and just taken the day off in advance.
Is it really necessary for a daughter-in-law to know every single birthday and every single death anniversary of her husband's family?
Yes, it is. You know Tiffany, Brandon's ex, right? One of the first things she did after Brandon introduced her to me was to ask me about all the important dates in the family so that she could note them down on her calendar. She even treated my husband's sister to a weekend away at a fancy spa for her birthday. She was so happy. She still talks about what a lovely girl Tiffany was to this day.
I really don't know why you think it's relevant or appropriate to compare me with Brandon's ex. I don't know how she has the audacity to be bringing her up like this. I'm going to pretend that I never heard you say that, Marcia.
Well, why would you do that?
I don't want to hear anything about Brandon's ex, and I really don't appreciate being compared to her. She's just the ex and I'm the wife, so I really think there's no comparison to be made there. I think it will be best for our relationship going forwards if you don't mention her again.
I don't think it's for you to decide who I talk about and who I don't talk about.
I'll try my best to catch the beginning of the service on Thursday, but I may have to leave partway through if it runs into my work time.
You need to be trying a little harder if you don't want me to compare you to Tiffany. If you keep falling short of my standards, I won't hesitate to bring her up again. Do you understand me?
There, I cleaned the whole bathroom.
Are you sure? Is it completely squeaky clean?
Of course it is.
Let me just do a little inspection and see.
I'll do it over again if I have to.
Seeing how nice he's being, I guess I'll put up with his mom for now. You've done a really good job with this. Come on and have a rest now and I'll make you a coffee.
Oh, could I have a smoothie instead? That would be really refreshing.
Yeah, sure. I'll make you one in a second. We need to talk first. I just got off the phone with your mom.
Oh, really? What did she say? I hope she wasn't bothering you too much.
She told me that I need to come to your grandpa's memorial service on Thursday morning and berated me for not remembering all the special dates in your family.
Ah, yes, of course. I have the morning booked off for that.
And then she suddenly started talking about your ex out of nowhere.
Oh, really? She did? What did she say about her?
She told me that I need to be more careful in the future if I don't want to be constantly compared to her.
Ah, yeah, she really liked the way that Tiffany would pay attention to those kinds of little things, and my mom's approval made her obsession with me even more intense. Don't pay too much attention to it. She says things she doesn't mean quite a lot.
Well, to me, it seems as if your mom had already thought of Tiffany as her future daughter-in-law and was more heartbroken with your breakup than you realized. I had thought that your ex was completely a thing of the past, but it seems like your mom doesn't think so. She doesn't seem to have any intention of being considerate of me at all.
What exactly did she say to make you upset?
There's no point in talking about it anymore. What's done is done. I just wish that your mom would not bring up your ex to me again.
I'm really shocked that she would think it's okay to talk about her with you.
I think she's getting a little too comfortable around me, and I don't like it. I think that was really rude of her. I also didn't like how casually she brought it into the conversation.
It's okay, honey. I'll talk to her and make sure that she doesn't do it again.
Don't do that. It's gonna make me look bad if she thinks I ran crying to you immediately. It's probably best to not mention it for a while. Only talk to her if she does it again, okay?
Okay, fine, if that's what you want. Anyway, am I gonna be getting my smoothie anytime soon?
I'll make it for you if you promise to go and clean the living room as well. Hi, Marcia, I'm here.
Brandon will be joining us after he finishes work, right?
Yeah, that's right. He's doing overtime today. I brought some home-baked cookies with me as well.
Let's have a taste.
Here you go.
Is this your mom's family recipe?
Oh no, it's just a recipe I found on the internet. Although I think it is kind of similar to the ones my mom used to make.
They're not quite to my taste. Tiffany used to make really good cookies that all the family loved. She used to make sugar-free ones so that my husband could eat them too. We don't want him falling off the wagon with his diabetes.
Oh, I didn't know that he had diabetes.
You didn't? Did Brandon not ever mention it to you?
No, he didn't.
Well, Tiffany used to always cook whilst giving special consideration to my husband's diabetes. You should be taking it into account as well.
Marcia, please?
What is it?
You really don't need to constantly remind me of my inadequacy in comparison to Tiffany.
Well, I told you that if you disappointed me again, I wouldn't hesitate to bring her up again.
She was never your daughter-in-law, was she? She was just an ex.
Even if she wasn't my daughter-in-law, I was very attached to her.
Yes, I am becoming more and more aware of that now. But I still would appreciate it if you would stop talking about her in front of me.
I'm not trying to be mean to you or anything. I'm just casually mentioning things as they come to mind. And they just so happen to be related to her. And as I told you, it's also a way to motivate you to do better. I only have your best interests at heart.
Well, whether you have bad intentions or not, I'm telling you right now that I feel insulted whenever you bring this up.
How dare you imply that I would insult you? I would never do such a thing. I just spent a lot of time with Tiffany over the past few years, so sometimes I just bring her up out of habit. What's so bad about that?
How would you feel if I had an ex-boyfriend who had a really good relationship with my parents, and I kept bringing him up unprovoked and constantly comparing him to Brandon? You wouldn't like it at all, would you?
I don't think there's any need for you to say something like that. This was just a way for me to get you to try harder to fit in with the way we do things in our family.
I think I've been doing the best I can do considering how busy I am with work. What you're expecting me to do is to go above and beyond. I really think it's going to be hard for us to get along well at this rate.
Well, I don't think I've been asking for too much at all.
Well, I stand my ground in saying that you're expecting too much from me. I've gone out of my way to bring you homemade cookies because I can't make it to Brandon's grandpa's memorial service. And even then, you're not happy with my efforts and keep comparing me with Brandon's ex. This isn't motivational to me at all, you know. Instead, it's just making me feel as if you and I are drifting further and further apart, and I don't know how to fix this. If you keep doing this, I really don't know if I'm going to be able to carry on acting courteously towards you.
Are you threatening me right now? You should know your place as my daughter-in-law and realize that you have no right to talk to me like this.
I'm just telling you how I'm feeling before things get out of hand. I hope she's realized that this really is a warning and that she'll back off a little bit.
Hi, Mom, I'm here.
Oh, hi there, sweetheart.
Is Dad not here yet?
No, not yet. He'll probably be here around 9 p.m., he said. He should be driving over right now.
Oh, he's calling me right now. I better answer it.
You'd better tell him to hurry up. I'm sick of waiting for him to show up.
Hello? Yes, you're speaking to Brandon Thomas. Yes, Marcia Thomas is my mother. Yes, David Thomas is my father. Huh? Wait, what? What are you saying? This can't be happening.
What? What's happened?
Why don't you eat something, Marcia?
I really don't feel like eating. I've got my hands full anyway. Ouch, my back hurts. I really can't believe this has happened. Well, I guess we should have known he would meet his end thanks to his reckless driving. What's wrong with you, Tara?
Excuse me?
I know it hasn't been that long since you married into the family, but I would still expect you to show a little more emotion. You haven't shed a single tear.
This is just what I'm normally like. I don't know what to tell you.
But still, your husband just lost his father. Surely you should feel sad on his behalf, even if you don't feel that sad yourself. And it was so sudden as well. Your husband and I have been so upset.
I did cry a little when I first heard. I'm just not the type of person who cries continuously over things. No matter how sad you are about something, you do still need to get on with your day.
Oh, so you did cry, huh? Well, my husband's sister said she never saw you cry once all day, and she now thinks that you're a very heartless person.
Well, I suppose you're implying that I have some kind of problem? I guess that's just another thing that I'm gonna have to work on, isn't it?
Do you know what my husband's sister said when you left during her grandson's presentation evening at kindergarten?
No. Enlighten me. What did she say?
She said that she thought you were too awkward to be around and that she didn't like having you there. That's not how families should be making each other feel now, is it? This is why I feel like I have to keep bringing up Tiffany and comparing you to her. Anyway, there is no point in getting into an argument with you. It'll just make your poor deceased father-in-law upset.
I suppose she is being reasonable for once. This isn't the time and the place to be picking a fight with her.
Mom.
Where were you? Oh, sit down and have something to eat.
Mom, Tiffany's here.
What did you say? Oh, Tiffany, I'm so happy to see you.
Marcia!
How did you find out about what happened to my husband?
Brandon and I have a lot of mutual friends, so one of them let me know about it.
Oh, yes, of course you would have found out that way. Come on in.
David was always so nice to me. He treated me as if I was his real daughter.
I know. He would be so glad to know that you've come to pay your respects to him. I've been talking about you a lot today, you know. So have all the family, so you've been on my mind.
Let's do a toast in David's honor. I brought some of this with me.
Oh, what's that?
I brought some of David's favorite beer for us to drink in his honor. I also bought some of the chocolates that I always used to get him every time I came over.
Oh, yes. We were talking about those chocolates just now as well. He would be so touched to know that his favorite daughter-in-law is bringing him his favorite chocolate to enjoy even in death.
Daughter-in-law? She really is going too far. I'm going to have to keep an eye on her.
I thought you were going abroad to study in France. I was a little shocked to see you back here in the US, to be honest.
Oh, I decided not to study in France in the end after all. And I think it would be weirder if I didn't come to the funeral and wake of the man who treated me as if I were his own daughter for 3 whole years of my life.
I suppose you're right.
What are we going to do in a world without David? He was always so sweet to me. I considered him my second father.
Tiffany!
Brandon!
Are they hugging each other and crying on each other's shoulders right now? Right in front of me?
I'm gonna hop in the shower. I'm feeling exhausted and all my muscles are aching.
The shower can wait. We need to talk.
About what?
What do you mean, about what? Do you really not know what you did wrong?
Are you really that upset about me hugging Tiffany at the wake?
How can you not see that there was something wrong with that?
I know that you're mad, but surely you can understand that emotions were running high at the time.
I still think I have every right to be upset right now.
How about we just go and have a rest now and we can talk about this later when we've calmed down?
You should be grateful that I waited until we got home to address this. You're lucky that I didn't cause a scene in front of your whole family. How could you so shamelessly hug another woman, an ex nonetheless, in front of me like that? And I also feel like she really overstepped some boundaries with the way she was speaking. It was really embarrassing for me to see your whole family fawning over her as well. It looked like you were a couple hugging each other like that, and I was just there standing on the sideline.
I know you're upset that you still haven't got my mom's approval yet, but that's no reason for you to get salty about this. You weren't showing any sign of emotion, and Tiffany showed up and started openly sharing in my grief, so of course it was natural for me to hug her in that moment.
Ah, right. So it was my fault, was it?
Well, to be honest, you really did appear quite heartless, not shedding a single tear for my dad. Even if it wasn't Tiffany, I think I would have hugged anyone who would cry with me in that situation. And anyway, you have to appreciate that she really did have a good relationship with my parents.
Well, how would you like it if the situation had been reversed? How would you feel if I had hugged an ex-boyfriend in front of everyone like that? You would feel uncomfortable too, wouldn't you?
Well, of course. Why would you, as a married woman, hug another man in front of people?
Well, surely now you can see why I was upset, can't you?
But I still think that you could have shown a little bit more emotion. I feel like being sad about the death of a family member is something very basic. Why can't you just be sad with me?
Oh, so have I fallen short of your family standards again, have I? Well, if you want somebody more emotional, maybe you should just go and get back with Tiffany instead. That's what your mom and your aunts want, isn't it? They consider her as part of the family more than me, don't they? Your mom made that very clear from how happy she was to see her. They won't be happy with any less than the ridiculously high standards she set, will they?
Can you just take a step back and look at the situation objectively for a second?
No, I can't. You're all psychos. You've all gone crazy.
I think it's a bit harsh to call your husband a psycho, don't you? And my family as well. You've really hurt my feelings. We're going to be living together for the rest of our lives, so shouldn't we be a little nicer to each other?
Who said that we're going to be together for the rest of our lives? There's always going to be a third person in our peripheral vision, and I don't want any part of that. That would just be asking for trouble.
I really don't know why you're making such a big deal out of this.
Actually, I'm quite grateful to Tiffany for opening my eyes. I've realized that with your family, I'm going to be forever living in her shadow.
How many times do I have to tell you that it just happened because we were all feeling emotional? Can't you be more understanding of me? I'm still mourning my dad. He literally only just died. I told you just now, I would have hugged anyone who was willing to cry with me in that moment.
Even so, doing it in front of your whole family was extra humiliating. I'm sick and tired of this, so you can just go and spend the rest of your life with Tiffany and leave me out of it. I'm gonna serve you divorce papers, so you'd better be prepared. Hello?
Hi, Tara, it's Marcia.
Why are you calling me?
What do you mean, why? Honestly, you really are the most detestable girl I have ever met in my life. What is the big deal about a mother-in-law giving her daughter-in-law a call?
I didn't get married to Brandon just so I could become the daughter-in-law of your dreams. I also didn't marry him so I could live in Tiffany's shadow for the rest of my life. Anyway, just tell me why you're calling me.
I don't know why you're taking this attitude with me. Is it a crime for me to call you to ask if you've had dinner yet?
Do I really have to talk to you after the debacle I witnessed at the wake yesterday?
What are you talking about? What debacle?
don't pretend that you weren't making a huge deal out of praising Tiffany in front of everyone. You even referred to her as your daughter-in-law.
Oh, don't get upset about that. I just reverted to an old habit because I was feeling sad. I wasn't myself yesterday because I was mourning my husband. Surely you can understand that.
Don't try and make excuses. You know full well what you did. It's clear to me that your whole family loves Tiffany more than they love me, and they would much prefer for me to get out of the picture and for Brandon to get back with Tiffany. It's obvious that Tiffany isn't just a thing of the past, and that she's considered very much part of your family still, and I won't stand for it. I've already made up my mind to divorce Brandon, so you and I would soon have nothing more to do with each other. Please don't try and call me again. I'm just going to block you so there will be no point. I think I displayed a lot of patience by not reacting when my husband hugged his ex in front of everyone at his dad's wake. I made sure to wait until everything had calmed down after the funeral to serve him with divorce papers. I would be lying if I said I didn't hesitate a little. There was a moment that I worried that I might end up regretting my decision in the future. But then I got reminded of how angry and disrespected the whole thing made me feel, and that helped to strengthen my resolve. It was so humiliating to be made to feel like a complete outsider by my husband and mother-in-law in front of their whole extended family. I thought to myself, I really shouldn't have to put up with having to feel like this. I deserve better. The moment the divorce was finalized, I felt like I was finally able to find peace.
Let's make a toast to your new promotion. Congratulations!
Oh, it's not worth congratulating me over, really.
I really do admire you, you know?
It's just a promotion. Anyone who works hard can get one at the end of the day.
Well, it's really more because I think it's amazing that you were able to carry on working without letting what happened with the divorce affect you at all.
Why should I let it affect me? I don't get why people always assume that going through a divorce is a really hard time. For me, it was the best decision I ever made.
You're just really good at taking things in your stride. I don't know how you do it.
That's just what I'm like. I've never seen the use in wallowing in self-pity. The most practical thing to do is just move on with your life.
I wish I could be more like you.
There is one thing that I am curious about, though. I do want to know whether my ex and his ex got back together or not. Since you're his coworker, you should probably know, right?
Yeah, they did get back together in the end. I heard they just got married.
Wow. I can't say I'm surprised, but it does seem a little shameless for them to have done it within a year of the divorce, don't you think?
You really dodged a bullet there. She really is a little extreme with her obsession. Less than a week after your divorce was finalized, she was showing up at her company 3 times a week to bring him a homemade packed lunch.
Seriously?
Yeah. They ended up getting married just last month.
Well, I wish them all the best in their marriage that's doomed to fail. Oh, well, this is a little awkward.
Oh, hi, Tara. It's been a while.
I didn't expect to see you here. It makes it all the more uncomfortable because this is the place we had our first date in. Are you having dinner here?
Yeah, I'm having one of their rice bowls.
Are you here all by yourself?
Yeah, I am.
Surely you should still be in the honeymoon phase of your marriage. Why are you out eating dinner all alone?
Are you here to eat as well? Or did you just come to grab a coffee?
I was just passing by on my way back from the library and thought I'd grab a bite.
Why don't we eat together, for old time's sake? Eating dinner alone is a little depressing.
I'm good, thanks. I think I'll pass.
Oh, come on, I gave you so much alimony. The least you can do is sit and eat with me for a little while?
He really doesn't look too great, and I'm curious as to whether something has happened. But I'm also still a little hesitant to talk to him.
So maybe about 2 months into our marriage, she got a call from the guy she dated after we broke up the first time, saying that his mom had passed away, and she had the audacity to ask me to come with her to the funeral. I was really taken aback.
So now you know how I felt 2 years ago. It's humiliating, isn't it? Did you go with her?
Yeah, I did. I figured it would be better than letting her go by herself. She was crying her eyes out and reminiscing about this lady as if she had been her actual mother.
I guess she acts like this in every relationship, huh?
It got worse from there. Even though she dated him for less than a year, it was as if she had been married into the family. He was his parents' only son and still wasn't married, and all of his family had been wanting him to get married to her, which they made really obvious at the wake. I mean, how do you think that made me feel?
I think I can hazard a guess as to how that might feel. But anyway, keep going. This story is becoming very entertaining.
She kept saying that she didn't know what to do now that the wonderful lady who treated her as if she were her own daughter was gone. I don't know why she was saying that when her actual mother-in-law, who dotes on her, is still very much alive and kicking. When I pointed that out to her, she just kept saying that she's an empath and she can't help but get upset when other people are upset, and she asked me if I could be more understanding of her.
Looks like your family weren't as special to her as you had thought, huh?
So I told her then that my mom and I want someone who puts their all into getting on well with my family, not someone who shares her affections equally with everyone she's ever been acquainted with. Even when I openly expressed discomfort with how she was acting with her ex and his family, she said it was just in her nature to be caring towards everyone and she couldn't help it.
Well, I guess if it's in her nature, there's no point in trying to change her, is there?
We fought about this for days on end afterwards. And then when we were in the middle of a conversation, she got a call from some other guy.
Who was it this time?
It was a guy she works with who is a single dad. He said that his daughter was going on a picnic with her classmates, and he had tried to make her some homemade cupcakes to take with her, but he messed up really bad. He asked if she could help him out somehow, and she just immediately cut off the conversation she was having with me and went out.
She went to help him bake cupcakes?
Yep. She just wordlessly grabbed a bunch of ingredients from the cupboard and went to his house to help him make a fresh batch. She ended up coming back late, so she didn't even have time to make me dinner.
Oh, you poor thing. So did she not make you dinner again today? Is that why you're here eating dinner by yourself? Has she gone out to help some other poor soul in need?
Yep, you got it. This time it's a young guy who just started out at her company. This is his first time living alone, so he asked her to come and help him buy some essential stuff for his new apartment.
Oh, you must be so happy to have married such a lovely woman who could never ignore a friend in need.
Of course I'm not happy. Nobody in my situation would be.
I bet your mom is hating it too.
My mom has given up on her already. She spends more time fussing over my other holier-than-thou relatives like my aunt on my dad's side instead of paying attention to my mom.
Shouldn't your mom still be happy that she's getting involved with the family somehow?
No, she's not. It turns out that Tiffany is far from the ideal daughter-in-law she thought she was. So she asked me to try and win you back somehow. You never wasted your time spending energy on irrelevant people.
I can't believe what I'm hearing right now. This ship has long sailed. You should have been better to me when you had me. And so should she. She was always complaining that I worked too much and didn't make enough sacrifices for your family. You can tell her that I'm very happy living my life without having to see her face, thanks. You should just divorce Tiffany as well, and then you and your mom can just spend the rest of your lives being miserable together.
Why don't you just reconsider getting married to me again? We know each other well, so we know what went wrong before, and we can try and fix it.
I don't know if getting back together with your exes is your hobby or something, but for me, there's no going back once you've broken up once. I've already moved on with my life, and I don't have time to waste on the likes of you. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe.